So right now we will understand that how to install Power BI in the system. Okay. So let us go to slide. Yeah. Okay. So before that, I want to give you a brief introduction about Power BI. Power BI is basically a business intelligence tool which is used to clean and convert the data. Whatever tables that you are having in your as a data set, you can clean those entire data set as well as you can make some visualization out of it. Right. And Power BI desktop is the application used to do this particular visualization. See, if you're having a very big Excel chart, which is having lots of columns and rows, which you can't see all at a time, right? If there are a lot of rows and columns, you will not be able to see the entire data set in the laptop within 1 second, right? Like it is difficult. You have to scroll down, scroll up, and you have to check in left and right in order to see some data, right? Ashay, I'm going to mute you. See, please don't use your audio, keep your audio in mute. Okay, whenever you are having any doubt, unmute it and ask the question. After that, mute it. Okay, otherwise the whole class will get disturbed. Right? So the thing is that if you're having a large data set, lots of rows and columns are there, then it is very difficult to understand that what is happening in a particular organization whose data it is, right? It's very difficult to understand at which particular point, if it is a sales company, it's difficult to understand that at which point the sales was up and high. Because there are lots of records, lots of rows are there. Okay. But if you are able to convert that particular data set into a dashboard like this, okay, I will show you. Like this, if you are able to convert it, then it is quite easy to understand that, yes, what is happening in the company, right? So it gives you an idea in a form of charts and all. Okay. And actually picture speaks more than 1,000 words, right? So it is true. Our brain accepts picture very easily. So that's why visualization is very important in different organizations. And Power BI is the tool which will help you to clean your data set as well as convert it into beautiful charts. Okay. And the tools of Power BI are Power Query, which is used to clean the data. Okay. After loading the entire data set, you can clean it. Okay. That I will show you. Next is Power Pivot. See, if you are having multiple tables, you can connect them with each other and you can make a new data set out of it. Okay. Regarding Power View, lots of charts are available in Power BI. Okay. And Power BI service is a paid one. You can share your files and dashboard to the company for which you are working. It's a paid thing. We will not discuss about it. We will discuss about the basic Power BI only. Okay. It cost the Power BI service cost around $10 per month. Okay. And this Power BI desktop is free to use. You need not to sign in also. Okay. So let us move on to the facts. Power BI was actually designed by Ron George in 2010 and it was named as Project Crescent. In 2011, it was made publicly available with a code name of Denali. And in 2013, it was renamed as Power BI for Office. And in 2015, we got the Power BI that we are using today, but the upgraded version. So how to upgrade it, that also I will tell you. Okay. So this is the moving on to the importance of Power BI. This is the Google trend, that how much Power BI term is searched by people all over the world. Okay, so you can see the increase. Somewhere there is a drop, but there is an increase. Gradually there is an increase. Okay, so now there are 1,200 different functions available. You can use different functions for different, in order to create different rows, columns and all. Okay, you can use them as per the requirement of the project. And there are 280 different charts available. And it is very less expensive compared to any other BI tools. Like Tableau desktop is having a price of $70 per month. But Power BI service is having a, I mean, it's charging only $10 per month. So you can see the difference. Tableau is 7 times more expensive compared to Power BI. Okay. Free version is there in Tableau also. That is Tableau Public. Okay. And it can accept data from 100 different data sources. That's also I will show you that what are the data sources which it can accept. Okay, whether it is a Excel file, CSV file, SQL file, JSON file, any file, it can accept it. Okay. Now, the next thing is Gartner company is a company which compares all the BI products and it prepares some magic quadrants which help us to understand that which BI tool is leading in the market. Okay. So this is that particular link. Okay, I will show you that how Power BI is so important. Okay, these are the Gartner quadrants. This is a video kind of thing. Okay, we will go through this site and I will tell you. Okay, since my net is very slow, that's why it's taking time to load. My voice is audible, everyone?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let us go through the site once again. Okay, so this is that particular quadrant. You can see as year is increasing, Microsoft is making a progress and it is top one in 2022. Okay, again we will go through it. Okay, 2016 here it was and it has progressed to this particular position. You can see. Okay, Tableau is far below it. Okay, I hope it is clear to all of you. Right, and let us move on to the installation part. Okay, so the thing is that you have to search Power BI in Google search. Okay, and then this Power BI Microsoft, this particular link will come. You have to double click over it and then you will get this particular page. Then you have to go to products. Okay, there you can see different products of Power BI Microsoft, and here you have to choose Power BI Desktop. Okay, and now you can download it in a different language also. So if you want to download it in a different language, you can click over here. Otherwise, you can go for download free. Okay. And then here you can change the language since English is comfortable for all of us. So keep it as it is. Then go to download. Okay. Then after that, you will get a new page, right? Like this. If your system is a 64-bit system, then you have to click this particular checkbox. And if it is a 32-bit system, you have to click this checkbox. Okay, since my system is 64-bit, so I have actually chosen this particular checkbox. Okay, so the slide was made 2 months ago, so slightly changes will be there in the form, I mean, in Power BI and all. Okay, so you please check that thing too. Okay, after clicking this particular Excel sheet, I mean exe file, setup file, you need to click on next. Then it will get downloaded like this and you have to double click over the setup file. And you have to proceed as you do any other installation, any other software installation the same way, okay? And then what you have to do is you have to click on next, okay, next, then mark the checkbox I accept terms and license agreement and then click on next. Then they will ask for the location. You can mention any location that you like. Okay, better you go with the default location itself. Okay, then click on next. Then after that install. Then files will start copying, right? After that you click on finish and you will get this particular page. And slowly this 2 pages will appear. You can close them and behind that you will find Power BI Desktop. Is it clear to all of you? This is the place where you are required to work on the entire internship.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So sometimes upgradations are required for those who are already using Power BI. They can upgrade their Power BI by just checking whether the transform data option is there or not. If it is not there, then you are using older version of Power BI. And in case of this filter pane, if filter pane is not there, then you are using the old version of Power BI. Then you need to upgrade it. Okay, how to upgrade it? Go to file. Okay, there is an option called option and settings. Click that one. Okay, then you have to choose this options. Okay, then you have to choose preview features. After choosing preview features, you will get some check boxes. Mark whichever is required. Okay, then click on OK. That's it. Okay. So this was all about the installation and introduction of Power BI, right? I hope it is clear to all of you. I will send this send this PPT also if you want. Okay. Is it clear, everyone?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
go to second page, ma'am, please.
Yes, sure. This page you are asking?
Yeah, ma'am. You didn't explain the Power View, Power BI service.
Power BI service is a paid version. We are not using that thing in this internship. It is a paid thing. You can send the link of your dashboard, whatever dashboard or report you have made. You can send the link to the organization for which you are working. Okay.
This option not available in normal Power BI
No,
desktop.
it's a paid thing. Okay.
Yeah,
So
okay,
it
ma'am.
will not be convenient for all of us to go for the paid version. Okay. For the first 2 months, it is free to use. Okay. But please use that facility whenever it is very much urgent. Okay, right now it is okay. You can go with the PBX file and PDF file. That's enough for this internship. Only you should get a basic idea of it. That's enough for the internship. Okay. Later things like
Yeah, sure.
company will purchase this particular service for you if you are working as an employee over there. You need not to spend a single penny for it. Okay, company will do that. Whichever organization you are going to join. Okay. Is it clear?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So this is the Power BI desktop shortcut. Whenever you will open it, this kind of dialog box will come. Okay. Okay, this one is not required. You can go to get data and get some data that for that it can be used, or you can open some of the files that you have already created. For that also you can use. So either from here you can export the data set, or by closing it, you can go to this get data also. Okay. And in field pane also one get data option is there. So multiple ways you can, there are multiple places where this get data option is there. So with the help of this get data, you can I mean input the data set into the Power BI desktop. Okay. So when I will click over this get data option, you can see this many types of files Power BI can accept. Not only this many, when you will click on the icon itself, you can see how many types of file Power BI can accept. That's why I told you hundreds of files it can, hundreds of different types of files it can accept. Okay. Excel, workbook, CSV, XML, JSON, folder, like that. Wait a second. Okay, actually, Praveen sir was there in the call, so that's why I muted it. Okay. Otherwise, for any other calls, I will not take it. Okay. Sorry for the break within it. I mean, throughout the interaction and all. Okay. So, first of all, I want to tell you that these many sources are there which we can access. Okay. Even URL also you can access. I will tell you how to do web scraping and all in another session. I mean, on the fourth day itself, I will tell you. Okay. So lots of sources we can accept. So I will go to the simplest one, that is Excel workbook. Okay. So for that, you need to click on the connect. Okay. You have to select that thing and click on the connect. And there, I will choose this Indian states and districts. Okay. My voice is clear, everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So in this particular Indian Excel, Indian states and district, only one sheet is there. Okay, so I have to select it. When I will select it, I can see the data set over there, but still now I'm not able to load it. You know what is the reason?
No, ma'am.
Actually, I need to select
Ma'am, we
this
have
checkbox. Okay, then only this load and transform data will get highlighted. Right? And
Yes, ma'am.
actually, you should not load it as it is because there is some problem with this data set. So can you please tell me that by looking this small glimpse of it, what is the problem with this data set?
this
No,
set
there is no
does
headers.
set have a lot of
There are
null
blank rows.
values.
Correct.
We have
There
to
are
remove.
null values and this particular row is having null, this column is having null value. There is something unnecessary thing coming like www dot something like that. It should not be there in state and district data set, right? So, and this one is also, this one should be the column header, right? This one should come as column header and it is as somewhat a row right now. So we need to alter this entire thing. So don't directly go for upload if you don't know about the data set. Go to transform data. When you will click on transform data, a new window will appear, that is Power Query Editor. So in the PPT itself, I have told you that there is one thing called Power Query, right? The same Power Query is there. Okay, so it is used to clean the data, right? So we are going to clean the data. Okay. So see here, this column is having a problem, right? And you can check the other columns also, like there is an inverted triangle. It is an symbol of drop down. When you will click on this, you can see the unique entities within the column. Okay, whatever unique things are there, like Andaman Nicobar, Andhra Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, although it is appearing multiple number of times in the column, but when you will click on the drop down, you can see the unique entities only. Okay. And in column 2, you can see who is this? Madhu Kumar.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Please mute your audio. Thank you. Okay. So, guys, so what actually this particular column is having Andaman Nicobar price in this column, right? But when we will click on this drop down, you can see unique number of times it is appearing. In the case of this district, also unique number of times. Here also only this many things are there. It is getting repeated again and again depending upon the rows, right? And in this column, you can see what is the thing? All the values are null, right? So is this column important for us?
No.
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
No, right? So you can delete it. Okay, so just remove it.
Hello, Ramya ma'am. Hello, team.
Yes, sir.
Sorry for disturb. I just add 2 points. One thing, Yosef survey, please do it your end. And second things, I need some feedback, comment in our website for Geo product. We are currently discussing the Geo Reliance digital market, digital store. and they checked in our website, there is a no star, there is a no feedback. I need from the team member and Ramya ma'am, also you, please check our product, Geo product, Geo laptop and Geo smartphone. I need some stars and comment on that.
Sure, sir, I will do that.
Yeah, please check with your team member also,
Yes.
because we branding make in India, we branding Geo product. Okay, for people Apple product is charm, I know, but our vision is we have to create in market in India Geo as a represent Apple type. Okay, I need that things from your team. You have to put some comments, put some positive points from Geo mobiles, Geo smart mobiles, Geo laptops, and promote on that. Okay, madam.
Yes, sir.
For daily activities, you should be create some videos in Geo product, laptop and smart mobiles, and send to the our team member. They have to
Yes.
update in that segment.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Because we are recently started new batch for 6 month training with intensive, for course fees is 20,000. One free Geo laptop is available. We are promote on that, and we are also good feedback from the Reliance Digital and Geo team. They are working with us. That is our plus point. Okay, let's start with them. Okay.
Yes,
Okay, team member, please feedback on that. We are type with that Geo team to promote this segment. Okay, okay, team member.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, that's great. We actually we are creating Geo for in India as a Apple type brand. हमें बहुत बड़ा ब्रांड बनाना है जियो का प्रोडक्ट को. ठीक है, अभी जियो का प्रोडक्ट मोबाइल में और लैपटॉप में स्टार्ट किए हैं, तो हमें इसको एक ब्रांड वैल्यू बनाना है. मुझे पता है टाटा नानो टाइप का है कि सस्ता है तो बहुत बेकार होगा, ऐसा बोलते होंगे, मगर वी आर यूजिंग दिस प्रोडक्ट फॉर एजुकेशन. ठीक है, अगर हम एफोर्डेबल एजुकेशन के बारे में बोलेंगे तो वहां पे 1.5 लाख का एप्पल लैपटॉप नहीं चलेगा. करेक्ट?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is our ultimate goal. हमें एक जियो प्रोडक्ट को बहुत बड़ा ब्रांड बनाना है इन इंडिया. जियो का मोबाइल, जियो का लैपटॉप, इसको ब्रांड बनाना है. People know about the Jio is the only broadband connection, internet connection, but हमें इसको as a product brand बनाना है. ठीक है, ये हमारा अल्टीमेट गोल है. ओके, और
हाँ
ये
जी,
सीधा एजुकेशन सिस्टम में लगा हुआ है, क्योंकि आने वाले दिनों में हमारा ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन, ऑफलाइन एजुकेशन में लैपटॉप और मोबाइल फोन बहुत यूज होगा. तो दैट इज आवर क्लियर गोल कि हम एजुकेशन में ये सारे प्रोडक्ट को इम्प्लीमेंट करें. ठीक है, गो अहेड मैडम, प्लीज
Yes, sir.
कैरी ऑन एंड प्लीज अपडेट योर सब सर्वे फॉर्म अपडेट करो, सर्वे करो. ठीक है, ओके, थैंक यू.
Thank you, sir. Okay. So guys, actually what we have done is we have removed that particular column which was having null values, right? Clear, everyone? So actually
Yes,
ma'am.
whatever steps
Yes, ma'am.
that we are doing, it is getting updated in the applied step. If you want that column back and you are doing this Control Z, which we always used to do in Microsoft Office, it will not work over here. Okay, what you should do is, here you have done something that was not, that should not be done. Okay, so in order to undo that thing, what you should do, just click this cross mark. Okay, when you will click this particular thing, again that column is appearing. Okay, so if you want to undo something, you have to use this applied step box. Okay, only that will work. Okay, and since I don't want this column, I will simply go, select this column header and right click and remove it. Okay. One more thing, actually in Excel sheet, you are free to remove rows also. Okay, there is a lot of flexibility in Excel compared to Power BI while dealing with cleaning process and all. But the problem with Power BI is you can't delete any random column directly because this data set is not the exact data set. It is the layer of the data set. Okay, so there are some things that you should learn for it. See, this is the first column and it is somewhat unnecessary, right? Some link is there, null, right? Isn't it, all of you? Is it required? This first column is necessary for us or not?
No,
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 ma'am.
It's
ma'am.
not
No, ma'am.
required.
No, ma'am.
So you can't directly delete it. Like when you will right click over it, you can't directly delete it, right? When I'm right clicking, I'm not getting anything. Okay. But in columns, it is okay for us to simply right click and use that remove option. In case of rows, you can remove some top rows, some bottom rows. Like I will show you it. There is an option called remove rows. When you will click on the drop down, you can see remove top rows, remove bottom rows, alternate rows, duplicates. These many options are there. Okay. Errors also you can remove, blank rows. These two things you can perform easily. Okay. So it is applicable for all the data set, like remove blank rows and errors. They are never required in the data set. Okay. So whenever you are getting a data set, you can operate this thing in that data set, these two things. Okay. And we are running out of time. Actually only 10 minutes are left, and after ending of the session, you again rejoin it. Okay. Because I don't think that within 10 minutes I can finish it. So let us see. Okay. So you have to go to remove rows, and there is an option called remove top rows. And this is our first row, right? When you will click over it, they will ask how many top rows you want to remove. I need to remove only one top row, right? So when I will click on OK, that particular row is removed, right? And correspondingly in applied step, remove top row, that thing is coming. Okay. And now what is the problem with this data set? All of you, please tell me. What is the problem left?
Like header, state, district, and
Correct,
state
correct.
type should be
This
head.
should be the column header. So for that easily we can use an option that is use first row as headers. Okay. Then you will simply click over it. It is going upward. Now the data set is all okay, right? Go to remove rows, use this remove blank rows and remove errors. Okay. Now everything is done. Now, if you want to reflect the changes that you have done in Power Query editor into the Power BI desktop, okay. So in that case, what you should do, go to close and apply. Okay. Now that entire data set, that clean data set will appear over here in the fields. Okay. And the name will be sheet 1 because that was the name of that particular sheet in the Excel file. Okay. We can rename that particular file also after loading it. So it's taking a bit time. Okay, 765 rows are loaded. Now here you can see the data set. Okay, this is report view. In interview, people may ask you questions like what are the 3 different views of Power BI? So you should say report view, data view, and model view. Okay, and here in the 3 dots, you have to rename it as like I can rename it as Indian, states, UT, districts. Okay, any name you can give, that's your choice. Now, when you will go to the drop down, you can see columns arranged in alphabetic order. Okay, district, state, and state type. When you will, this is the report view. Here you can form the data set, dashboard and report of the project. Okay, now when you will go to the data view, here you can see the entire data set. Okay. So you can see Uttar Pradesh, what is the district, state, everything is coming. I mean, whether it is a state or union territory, it is coming. And you will click on this drop down, you can see what are the 2 options, state and union territory. Only 2 types of things are there, right? Okay. Now, when you will go to this model view, you can see only one table is there. When multiple tables are there and there is some common column between them, they will get connected. That I will tell you in the data modeling session that will be taken on the 4th day. Okay. So right now, what we are going to do is we need some. I mean, we need actually the number of districts in a state. So what should you do? That is the question given to you. So actually, there is a logic behind it. See, Uttar Pradesh is appearing how many number of times, guys? By any state that is appearing how many number of times? I'm not asking only about Uttar Pradesh. What is the logic? It is appearing the number of times that a number of districts are there, right? If 75 districts are there, it is appearing 75 times. If 10 districts are there, it is appearing 10 times, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
The basic
Yes, ma'am.
logic, right? So if you're able to
Yes.
get the count of the number of times it is getting repeated, you will be able to find the number of district also, right? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. So we are going to use the same logic over here. Okay, I'm using a simple horizontal bar chart. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I will put the state in y-axis. That means this is y-axis. Here the names of states will come. State and union territory will come. And if I want the count of states, how many times this state is appearing, I have to put the state in x-axis. Then by default, it will become the count of state because x-axis will accept numerical values by default. So it will take the count of state by default. Okay. You can make a new column with the name of, you can make a new column by counting this state also. That also is possible. Okay. But the most simplest way is this one. Okay. You need to simply put the variables in x and y axis. Then your work is done. Is it clear, all of you? Now, when you will move your cursor over the Uttar Pradesh, you can see count of state is 75. That means 75 times it is appearing. Means 75 districts are there in Uttar Pradesh, right? Similarly, in
Yes,
Madhya
ma'am.
Pradesh, 55 districts are there. Okay, but when you will see the graph like this, you are not able to understand what is the value. Uttar Pradesh is having the highest number of districts, but you don't know the value. When you are moving the cursor over there, then only you are able to understand that what is the number of district, right? So in that case, what you should do, click the visual, okay? Select the visual, go to format, and there is an option called data labels. When you will put it on, you can find the value of different bars. Now it is clearly visible without moving the cursor over there. Cursor is showing you the default tooltip. Okay. Without moving the cursor over there, you are able to see Uttar Pradesh 75. Please mute your audio. Komal. Okay. So here you can see 75, 55 like that. Okay. Different states are having different numbers. It is simply showing you the number of districts it is having. Okay. Is it clear, all of you? You can slide
Yes,
it
ma'am.
like this. Okay.
Clear.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. You can change, you can do some alteration also. You can change the size of them. Okay. Like when I will enter size over here, it will show me different size, like regarding the text. If I'm increasing the size, okay. So you can see the title is getting changed. Okay. And here, if I'm choosing the header point, it's not required. Filter cards. Wait. Actually, I have not selected the visual. That's why changes was not appearing. Now, when I'm selecting the visual and I'm going to this format and I'm writing size and I'm clicking enter, you can see in y-axis, I can change the size, right? So I'm increasing the size like this. Okay, you can see the size of this, names of states got changed. Okay, and regarding the title in x-axis, that also you can change. I mean, you can name it also, you can change the name also, and you can increase the size too. Okay, right now I'm just increasing the size. So regarding values, okay, the values means this thing in x-axis. Okay, x-axis values, and I can increase the size of title in the x-axis also. Okay, like this we can do the alteration as per our need. And since the size of these labels are very small, in case of data labels also we can increase the size of values. When I'm increasing it, you can see now it is more visible, right? So this is how we can do some changes. We can change the color of the bars also. Okay, for that, close this size, go to the visual, and in visual you can see bars options are there. Okay, by default everything is blue in color. When you will click on show, make this show all on, you can change the color of Uttar Pradesh. If you want orange color in Uttar Pradesh, you can put it. Okay, if you want Madhya Pradesh to be pink, okay, and if you want more colors also, you can make your own color like this. Okay, so this is how you can do some changes. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
We will discuss
ma'am.
that thing in detail in tomorrow's class regarding the basic charts and all. Okay.
Ma'am, you were too fast.
Okay. So shall I tell it once again? I
Yes,
will
ma'am.
remove it.